Hello everyone, welcome back to your place of call, the Coffee Company, where today we're just going to have a relaxing day. We're waiting for our very special guest, Mr. Brian Daigle, is going to arrive very, very shortly. Let's just make sure I actually sent him the link. I did send him the link. So after he finishes on We Are Tottenham TV, he will be here. And we're just going to have a chat, really, just like we had with Bobby and Bobby yesterday. So it's going to be very fun. We've already got our coffee because we're waiting for Mr. Daigle. We're going to welcome Mr. Bobby K into the chat. All right. Oh, you are free as well, Mr. Bobby. So I will happily send you a link. Bang. There we go. So we are going to be joined by two very special guests. So morning, Bobby, morning, and Mr. Carl. Big up yourselves. Big up. Hello. Hopefully you're well. What's everyone's plans for the day? We're just going to chill out and eat some chocolate truffles, maybe drink some coffee, or maybe actually do some work if we aren't slightly useless. But here we are. Hello. How is everyone doing today? How is everyone? Wait for Bobby. Where is Bobby? Bobby. I'm supposed to be working. We're not getting much done. Same here. We've just had our friend from Italy arrive, Mr. Andrea. So it was always good to see him and show him the coffee roastery. And yeah, big up to him. Really, now that I'm back in the Irish Hotspur group, I'm going to share the link. They shouldn't have invited me back onto the thing. Let's have a look. Bang. They shouldn't have added me back into that group. But I'm back in the group, so hopefully everyone is okay with me spamming links. What are you drawing today?
That's what mine was my friends when they want to constitute. So you just borrow my notebook and just started drawing some things. One of them was Chinese, so they tried to write entry. But yeah.
Good enough. So we are welcoming Mr. Bobby K is in the house. Big up, Bobby. How are you?
Good morning, buddy. Good morning. I'm well, man. How you doing?
You're not medically cleared. Why are you not medically cleared?
Oh, you know, the issue with my back and everything. So I went for that. As soon as I ended with you, I went for treatment and everything yesterday. And it's not looking good, buddy. It's not just a minor issue. Unfortunately, it's something that's going to take. This is my problem is I keep doing Band-Aid solutions where I'll go for treatment for a day or two and then then go back to work and then aggravate the issue. And unfortunately, it's not. It's something that needs to be dealt with a bit properly now. So I got to go and see the big specialist today at 2:30 this afternoon.
Yeah,
so.
if you're working as a bus driver all day, every day, you're going to
the compression on the back and everything has just made it a lot worse. And
driving over potholes, that's going to ruin your back.
Well, that and you're sitting in that because what I've done over the years is because my accident is from 97, so 25 years now. So what I've done is compensate with the my body posture. Like even when I sit now, I lean forward, I slouch my shoulders in. So I've screwed my whole shoulder line up. I've put a curvature in my spine. So the new specialist I went to saw, she's I this is just luck of the draw. She's actually one of the kids I coach. It's his mom. So she saw me at the game one day, and she was just like, "Your posture is absolutely terrible." And I was like, "Thanks." And then I got talking to her, and I just in 5 minutes with her so far, I've realized that I've been wasting my time with the other guy, my other chiro, for 7 years. So
You have been.
I'm hoping that but the thing is, they're both kind of in line where I need to stop doing the Band-Aid solutions and take a good couple of weeks off. She was even suggesting possibly a couple of months to do the adjustment and everything properly and get yourself sorted out, kind of thing. So you know how you guys like to say, sort yourself out, young man.
Sort yourself out.
Sort yourself out. So I'll get myself sorted out, buddy. But you know what? The mind is strong. I get to see you first thing in the morning. I'm back in the coffee house. Woo-woo. I'm at the coffee company. Oh,
it's going to be a great chat today. We've got Brian joining us in a second.
Yeah. He's just, I think he was just in the middle of something.
He's on TV, so he's going to join us.
Is he still over there?
I think so.
He was on there earlier. Yeah.
Good morning to you, Ian. Big up. Almost.
Hey, Ian's in the house. Good morning, Ian. How you doing?
There isn't any beard left. I got rid of most of it. So
what happened there? I was going to say, what's with the porn star hands, the porn handles?
I've gone for the military style moustache. I just need to get some, so I can go full barista.
I thought they were grippers for your lady friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how you feeling? You better today, Benny boy?
It's a long process. Chronic fatigue is a bit of a struggle. It's going to take at least a month to get over it.
Oh God!
Chronic illness.
Maybe I should. Maybe if I'm going to be stuck at home for a month, maybe I should spend a month with you. You make it.
That sounds like a plan, Bobby.
Like they say, misery loves company, right? So we can be grumpy together.
Well, that's what the wise man said.
Yeah, that's it. So it's, you know what? Well, this is the problem. Unfortunately, when you're medically restricted, you can't travel, you can't do nothing. You have to sit at home and rot away slowly, which is like
rules in Canada. If you're medically restricted, will they still give you somewhat of a wage, or are you not earning anything?
No. Because I'm unionized, I get a certain percentage of my wages because it's different. If it's different, if I just turned around and said I don't feel like coming to work today, I've got an ongoing medical condition that needs to be addressed. So they're really supportive in terms of. Even my boss today, she was fantastic. She really was. She was just like, "Look, you got." Yeah, because she's like, "You're not young. You're not a young guy anymore. You're getting older. Do you want to get to the point where you get to retirement and you can't do anything with your kids?"
Right? You say you're fit as a fiddle, mate.
So yeah, unfortunately, the fiddle that I'm a part of isn't that strong. So it's made of weak wood. But no, this will give me and it's also, you know how it is, Benny. I've gone to this morning shift and it's really screwed my routine up. Yeah. So I was pretty good with maintaining my stretching and all that stuff. So I'm going to it'll give me time to readjust my routine, start getting into maintaining myself a little bit better and I got to start working out, man. I really do. I've gotten so weak,
nettle tea. You need to start drinking nettle tea. That will really help.
Nettle tea?
Yeah, nettle tea.
Metal. Like metal.
Nettles.
I've never even heard of it, man. You're going to have to WhatsApp me some of that stuff, man.
Yeah, I'll share it. That's what I've been told to have as well. But nettles are very good. They're very good inflammatory.
It's an anti-inflammatory too, then?
Very strong anti-inflammatory, and it'll do wonders.
Good to know. There you go, folks. If you're having had muscle or issue, good morning, Roy. How you doing?
Afternoon. Big up. And big up, Chris.
There he is, Chris. How are you, buddy?
But yeah, nettle tea
is everywhere. He's great.
It's got a really strong anti-inflammatory in it.
It's good to know.
So you probably can get nettle tea in Canada. You've got
we've got all kinds of Teavana and Teatopia and these stores that have just specialize in just tea in teas, right? So I know the one I went to the one time just because I was gonna get what was it? Can't remember. It was something else for I think it was for my dad for helping with the blood flow, diabetics and stuff like that. And when I went to the show, the lady's like, we got like 800 different kinds of teas or something. So yeah. So
Nightbot is reminding you, if you've got any funds available, please donate to Bob's NHS fundraiser. Fundraisers go until the 15th of August, and it will be doubled. They're nearly at the £3,000 mark.
Thank you.
Have the funds, please donate to it. And big up Bob for everything he's done with that fundraiser. Roy say, Bobby, tell me you didn't get COVID again. Wrong, Bobby. Wrong, Bobby.
No, not this guy. Not this guy.
Wrong one. Scott, Bobby, did you get a job working at the runway at Pearson?
Nice timing for that, Scott, because the little one stole my headset, and I'm like, I had to wear his, and the speakers on this laptop suck. Like, it's like,
yeah.
I find because I can't hear you too well that I find myself I'm yelling back.
Yeah.
So, all jokes aside, Scott, I actually did used to work on the runway at Pearson. So, hey, Stuart, good morning.
Jokes on him. Big up, Stuart.
Good.
Those headphones look like they could block out any noise possible, which is probably good in the Kang household with Big K. So now we're going to welcome our second guest all the way from Canada as well. We are bringing Mr. Brian Daigle. Achi, shalom, shalom.
Good morning,
everyone.
What's up, buddy? How are you?
Hey, Bobby, can you believe it's 8:45 in the morning? I think this is the fourth time I've spoken to you already.
Third, lucky three.
Third. Oh, okay, my bad.
Three Spurs boys, all threes, always threes. Even if it was four, I'd lie and say three.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a message from Brian. It was for 5:05 in the morning or something.
Yeah.
I just got to work. So I was like, holy shit, he's up. Then I had to figure Simba probably had a bit of a hand in that.
No, mate. Do you know what it is? We went to bed last night, and then I woke up at 1 a.m. for no reason whatsoever. Couldn't get back to sleep till 2.
Simba.
And then woke up at 5 a.m. Nothing. Simba normally does it, but I'm waking up before Simba now, which is peeing me right off.
That's the best alarm clock.
Oh, did you see the video, Benny, of Simba the other day with her treats? Did you watch that video of her with her treats? Oh, man, that was one funny cat. I love the way Brian's like, Simba. And she turns around and just gives him a look like, what the fuck you want? I'm trying to get a treat. Go away. It just starts going back to pawing the bag.
Oh, he does it every day. It's like a Rubik's Cube to him. He's trying to work it out. He's never even just dug his claws in and ripped it, but it's fun, and Simba's just the best cat ever. So,
it was hilarious, man. Just the way he turned back and looked at you and just gave you that what? I was just like, is that Krish? Is that little K?
Big up, Carl. Big up, Rory. Big up, Brian. Just saw you.
Big up, everyone.
Big up. Stuart saying hi as well. Big up. What's been happening this morning, guys, except for Bobby being told he can't work anymore, so he's chilling with us for 3 weeks.
No, I'm going to be up on the meds, buddy. Good times. Came home, took 2 pills, and I feel fantastic now. I love everybody.
I have to say, I've just been on We Are Tottenham TV, like I said, they're actually having a really good, it's a really good show. I think they've got their last guest on, which is KPV, but they're talking about have Spurs won the transfer window so far. It's been a fascinating conversation.
What do you think about what I think West Ham's done some smart business lately too there though?
Yeah, they have.
If they confirm Caustic and then they got that what's his name, Skamaka?
Yeah,
both guys that we wanted, right?
I watched today on Sky Sports News. They had their guy from Germany over, and they started off talking about Harry Kane and Bayern Munich, and they're like, not happening. They're trying to, because obviously next year, if he doesn't sign a contract, he said his last year, and then all teams will start pouting. It was like a hello here, look at me. But then they started talking about Caustic, and apparently that deal ain't going to happen. Because why does he want to leave Eintracht Frankfurt that are playing in the Champions League this season to go to West Ham, who I can't remember if they make Conference League or whatever it is they're in.
West Ham are in the Conference. West Ham are in Europa League. They're in Europa League.
Okay. Europa, they finished 6th, didn't they?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, if they finished 6th in Europa, that's the thing now. Why does he want to?
I didn't finish 6th.
I know United finished 6th.
Yeah, West Ham in the Conference.
Then
you got to remember what I look about with West Ham. What I said on We Are Tottenham TV. The way I look at who's winning the window. Obviously, you can say Man City straight away because they got Haaland. That's the biggest deal, no doubt. But the way I look at a window is, has that team strengthened in the areas they needed strengthening to make them stronger, not just bang one player.
Yeah.
And when we did our straight out of Conte, one of the questions on the press conference, he was talking about the players coming in and how happy Conte is. And he said, "Listen, last season." I had to rely on 12 or 13 players. That's all I had out of 25. Whereas this year, I can say 17, 18. So there's going to be that I can rely on. So when you look at that, and the players, even Fraser Forster, who's not going to play, as they spoke about, Conte did, the second goalkeeper is someone, damn right. The second goalkeeper is a big role to play in the fact that you need to be knowing that you're going to be second choice. You need to be there when called upon. You need to be there to keep Lloris on his toes. You need to be there as a role model for the team. That's what Fraser Forster will give. And you look at it. Did we need a new left centre back to give competition to Ben Davies? Yes. Did we need a left back, wing back? Yes. Did we need a right wing back? Yes. Did we need another midfielder, a Dembele like? Yes. Have we got it? Yes. Richarlison. So for me, it has been a great window for us. I can't, with all my Levy out, venom and poison that I still have. You can't deny what the club have done, and most importantly, listen to Conte and got them in pre-season. The
window's not done either. The window's
Exactly.
Lots of time left, so
plenty of time. 2 weeks to the new season. 2 weeks. Or is it 3 weeks? 2 or 3
No,
weeks?
it's literally, it starts next Friday. Not this Friday, next Friday with the filth.
Bloody hell. It's how time has flown.
Thank God. Thank God.
No. How long before the window closes is what he's
Oh, the window
saying.
closes
It's
1st September.
5 weeks still. Yeah.
5 weeks, yeah.
Plenty of time.
Yeah, lots of time still. Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm always excited. There are some good rumours. There are some smoke screens about. And
Well, there's that Zaniola link thing that went that came popping around today too, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, Zaniola to me is a huge smokescreen.
I don't
me.
think it is. Conte loves him.
I've just got a feeling it is a smokescreen. If he comes, he comes. And it's another body in it. I just think the way that we're approaching this and doing this again, the players that we've gone for, apart from the Richarlison that grew over weeks and weeks and weeks, everything else has been a smokescreen. Yeah. Everything else. And I've just got a feeling that this one will be another.
Why?
Because, like I said, when you look at it, Perisic wasn't really spoken about. Wallop, bang, he's in. We're all talking about Sam Johnston as the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Bang, Fraser Forster. We're all talking about Ericsson and other players. Bang, in Basuma. The left centre-back, Longley was touted, and then it was, we're going for Bastoni, and all these other ones. Bang, he's in. They've all been kind of, let's send a smokescreen here so people divert their attention there, where really I'm over here. Now, that's exactly, and that's just been the way we've operated this summer. Now, it could also throw them off the track by actually being Zaniola and actually just going, right, you're it. But I just feel it's a smokescreen.
We have strengthened, also catching up. We did not sign anyone for a season. We have done a big leap, catching up to the challenge of the top three, unless we get more. You never know. You never know, Chris. Roy is saying he likes my new beard cut. It looks quite French, amazingly.
You look very sharp. You look very sharp, brother.
I don't think I look sharp. I think I look a bit mad.
No, it actually suits you. Very few people does that handlebar suit. It actually suits you because of the glasses and your look. If you twirl it up there, then you got to do the. You have to do the Indian twist.
I think it's more of the French twist, but I can do it.
Speaking of the Indian twist, I like the thing you sent the other day regarding the Man City books and the finances and the way they've operated and stuff, and then compared to the Tottenham numbers and stuff like that, because it just basically showed that we're clearly better with money. With the Indian bookkeepers. Because that Haaland deal, what was that, 65 million altogether? 68?
Yeah, but that was a clause in his contract.
It's just a clause. No, but that thing that Ben sent something the other day that basically showed their net spent so far. What was it? Something ridiculous. It was like 8 million or 10 million?
It's like 50 million. It's 50 million our net spend. Because
ours, but when you compared it to City's compared to the power they've brought in, that chart thing you sent the other day.
Yeah, well, City has sold Jesus and Zinchenko. So there's 90 odd million there.
Wow. They got that much from Arsenal for them two players.
They got 60. I think it was around 60 million for.
I thought he was around 40 or 45. They paid the same as Richarlison?
Let me check.
No,
I thought we played 60.
I think you might be right,
Hughes,
Bobby. I think you might be right.
It's 50 million for Jesus, but we paid 60 for Richarlison. But Richarlison had 3 years left on his contract, and Jesus had 1 year. So that's like for me, that's ridiculous money. 50 million for a guy with 1 year left. But Suma had 1 year left, and we got him for 25. That's about right.
That's
also to add to that, they've also sold Raheem Sterling.
Yeah. But
so they sold big players.
But they didn't sell him. They just didn't re-sign him. His contract was up, wasn't it, with Sterling, or was there a fee involved?
He went for
Chelsea,
money.
There was a fee involved.
Million, isn't it?
Yeah, this is falling so far behind with everything. Morning, Paul.
But yeah, we're making some decent moves. Not too disappointed. We just need we just need 3. If we buy 3 more players, we can compete. And that's we can compete to compete is what we're really doing. We won't compete for a title for another season. So we need to get the what's it called? The husk of a team, and then we put the players into that.
But you can't say that because Kuva's put the money down on the quad, so we need to win the title.
He always puts the money down on the quad, though, doesn't he?
Gotta love his optimism.
It's just like Moondog every week puts money on Eric Dyer to score the first goal.
I'm telling you now, man. Moondog's biggest fan in the world lives in my house. He loves him. When he was watching something with me, and Moondog put something up, just praising Eric Dyer, and I called Jay over to look at the comment. He was like, "I love that guy. I love him. He's my favorite." And I'm like, "Don't worry, everybody in the community loves him." I have no idea who he is, but he's everywhere, and he's a great guy, and he's very, very kind, very very supportive of all the channels and stuff. And I think he even popped in our channel once on the chat. So he's just
always in the chats. Big up,
always, man. Good for him, man. Good guy, definitely. World needs more people like that. But what's going on with the outs? Are we getting rid of anybody or what?
Who knows?
I think there's a couple in the offing when it comes to outgoings. I as I said on the Irish Hotspurs channel yesterday, I think the Celso's being used as a make weight in a player exchange, and they're just waiting for and yeah, I think there will be a few people that want to inquire about a few players. I think we're going to see outgoings before we see incomings again. Put it that way.
Yeah,
well, the Celso's been heavily linked, right? So the Celso's got some traction with the movement there, right? So he should be gone shortly soon, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Big up, Catman. Big up.
Hey, no.
Catman. Yeah. We would have given Leicester no chance to win the league had we all saw what happened. Yeah. If we'd actually spent some money.
Oh. No point in looking back now, though.
No, it's just that's so long ago. That was 6 years ago. My God, has time flown? And now
2017 they won, didn't they?
It's a long time ago. 5 years ago, 6 years ago, and now look at the financial difficulties.
That's crazy. Who would have ever thought that? But then it's because, Brian, I think it was you that was breaking it down. It's not really more financial difficulties, just where their contracts sit with a lot of players.
What's going on with Leicester now? And I've got a good friend who's a Leicester fan, Wayne Holland.
Wayne is in there, yeah.
And basically, first of all, I was speaking to him about it on Sunday, actually, because they have a lot of big players entering their last year of their contract. But also what's happened is with all the money they've had coming in from Europe and winning the league and whatever, this is the first season in a little while that Leicester haven't made Europe. So there's going to be financial ramifications there. Yeah. And then also what he was saying to me is the chairman was like, we've got like 30 people in our squad. Yeah. Let's get rid before we bring in. You can bring in the money. The money's there for them. That's not the issue. It's like we've got to, now we're not in Europe. We've got to do some kind of juggling with our finances. So let's get the players off the books first, and then we go. But you look at it, and the players that people want from Leicester are going to be key players.
Just a sec. I'm going to bring in Mr. Dub's son himself. So,
hey, it's a dub master.
Whoa, clean language, mate. Clean language, Bobby. Clean language, man.
That is clean. That's as clean as we keep it. How are you, buddy?
Ben-san, arigato gozaimasu, and arigashi gozaimasu. And yeah, man, I hope you're all well. Genki desu. So yeah, hope you're good, Mr. Ben-san. Bobby K, mate, top bloke, and Daigle.
Good to see you.
Well, you're just Daigle, mate. So you know.
That's all I can be, mate. That's all I can be.
I'll put my glasses on so I can read the chat. Yeah. So. Oh, congratulations, Brian! Congratulations, Brian.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, mate. Well done, man.
Thank you, brother. It means a lot to me, man. You know that.
No, that's gonna go well, man. Starting up next Monday.
Correct.
Chapter.
How have you been, Aaron? How have you been? I haven't spoken to you in a while. But
I've been very well, Ben, and I was intrigued. I was listening into your explanation of how to use an e-brick yesterday.
Yeah.
And my personal experience with an e-brick was and Turkish coffee was that you pulverize the coffee and simmer it 4 times, and you don't bring it to quite only once. Yeah, that's what I saw you doing yesterday, man. And it looks so much nicer. You got the crema on top.
Yeah.
Yeah, mate. So I'll have to try that one out. Yeah,
it's really good.
What grind did you use there? Like it
very fine grind, very fine.
But not quite pulverized though. It was still had a little bit of consistency to it, not a powder.
It's a really thick grind. It's like if you know what the consistency of sand is, that's that consistency. It's really
perfect. Really yeah. Nice, mate.
Yes, congratulations. Big up, Stuart.
May I ask you another question regarding coffee?
Yes.
Greek coffee. You know, I mean,
it's good. It's getting back. Greek coffee is now becoming a thing again because specialty coffee has now hit Greece, which is always great. Specialty coffee is specialty coffee. But Greek coffee is getting back. But Greek coffee is very similar to the Turkish coffee as well. They've all got that sort of, but it's got its own Mediterranean feel to it. Greek coffee is excellent.
When I lived in Melbourne, there was 40,000 Greeks living there. They just won the European Cup. You know, Greece in Melbourne, if Ellie's in the chat, was kicking off. But I had a Greek style coffee, and I was told that if the spoon doesn't stand up in the coffee, then it's not a real coffee.
That's an Italian thing as well, but it's more of an influencer thing that's done that now. That's more of a cappuccino. I don't like it, personally.
I make a decent Italian hot chocolate using espresso as well, but potato starch. It's the potato starch thickens it up, and it's. I don't drink. I'm not into sweet things, but I've made it for my mum, my sisters, and. And they love it, but it's a very thick. It's like drinking a hot ice cream almost.
Yeah, it's great stuff.
If that makes any sense. So anyway, boys, what was the football chat going on there before I rudely interrupt you?
We were talking about Leicester.
Football. It's a coffee shop, though. We should be talking about coffee. I actually want to know something because Ben actually just made mention of it regarding the Italian style. I've also heard it's not a really good espresso if when you pour sugar. The sugar should sit on top of the espresso. Like you should have to mix it in.
That is a very.
Is there any truth to that?
That's a very southern Italian because I have very thick crema in south of Italy because I use 50% Arabica coffee and 50% Robusta coffee, which means it's got a really thick cream. In the north of Milan,
where are we now, Ben? Are we in Calabria now, or Naples?
Naples, Calabria, any part of the south of Italy, really. Puglia. And they like 50-50 ratio, whereas in the north,
that's the thicker one.
Yeah, it's thicker. So your sugar is good, but we are in the coffee company, so no sugar in the coffee.
I have to say as well, and Ben knows when he talks about his coffee, I'm very, very lucky and blessed to have been there many a time. I always have sugar in my coffee, always. And when I go
have
to
to, yeah.
when I go to Ben's, I have an espresso, and I have it without even espressos. I used to have 1 or 2 sugars, and boy, that stuff does not need sugar. The effects, my God, espressos are meant to be a quick pick me up. This is an electrically quick pick me up. Yeah. And the very first time, me and Danny first went to his coffee house together, and he was doing a stream on another channel. And literally, we're doing bits. It was during the times that I was protesting outside the training ground. I had one of these espressos, and I was flying for the rest of the show. I was absolutely as hyper as you could be. I couldn't sit still. I couldn't stop. It was incredible.
You can't sit still.
So you were normal. Yeah, I was gonna say. So you were acting normal.
Brian, you say espresso the way I used to say it. Espresso. That's what you're saying it, mate. It's S with an S, yeah.
Yes,
and I got slagged to bits because yeah, and I could never pronounce it right. I always said, "Give me an espresso," and it's espresso. So espresso, bafangole.
Yeah,
hey, tell him you're not to swear.
Calma il lingua. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'll speak in Japanese from now on. That way you won't understand what I'm saying.
Yeah. But yeah. Espresso is a beautiful thing, especially without sugar. It just needs to have the good one. It just needs to have I think that's
what I basically am getting to. Then how do you know it's a good one? It's not based on the consistency or the texture of it, the way they're the whole sugar test thing.
Depends where you're at. It depends on the coffee as well. All coffees are different. Every coffee bean is different. So you've got to judge a coffee on what variety it is. Is it an Ethiopian? Is it a Brazilian? Is it Colombia? Is it Costa Rica? Is it Guatemala? They're all different. Is it
I
Mexico?
think I told you about that. The Ethiopian coffee place that's down by
yes, you did.
One of the subway stations I go to, and oh my God, if you looked at it, for lack of better words, it looks like a shithole. Like it looks like the last place you would go in to buy anything. But my God, little hole in the wall place, man, it's got some wicked coffee. Now, I'm sure it's good to me, but it's going to be below your standard. So I'm interested to see when you come. We're going to do a little coffee crawl, and then I want to see what Ben. What shops he rates?
Got to do coffee, and we got to do wings.
Coffee, wings.
Wings, come on, get the ties.
We got you covered, buddy. We got you covered. Not to worry.
Canada, Aaron. Canada does the best wings. This is a fact.
But wings, mate, there's nothing on them. Get the ties into you. You want to get Korean? I'm sorry, I know Canada's not Korea, but come on, for the best chicken in the world, you got to go to Korea.
Want to go to
about coffee. I know, Ben. 72 degrees Fahrenheit. You reckon 80? And I know you disagreed with me when I said before the best coffee I ever had was Jamaican Blue Mountain, which was I bought half a pound of that for like 30 quid, mate. Or half a bag.
Are you sure if it was coffee?
No, after 2 of them you weren't sure. No, Bobby, after 2 of them you were like, whoa.
What was Ian's comment there? It's here on the side. I got it.
Always, the more of a dump the place looks like, the food is going to be epic.
Oh yeah, Ian, 100%, man. There used to be this little burger hole where I used to work when I used to make signs. It's in Mississauga, Brian. I should take you there. We should take Benny there for a burger. This guy, it's literally probably half the size of this room that I'm in right now. It's a little stall you walk into, basically. And the way he has the shop set up is basically it's just a counter, and the rest of it is he's set up for his kitchen. And it's just a very tiny unit. So it's like you just order what you want, and it's almost like it's like a food truck inside. Yeah. That's the way his setup is.
That reminds me
of he's got the best burgers.
One of the things I've always wanted to do is go into one of those Japanese, the little huts where you can share with the shared. I can't remember the name. The really small huts with really small menus.
Izakaya.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
No, well, izakaya is
a yakai hat in like.
Well, we see that there's so many different forms of street food in Japan, but it's not as I mean, to be honest, I've lived in Korea, and street food in Korea was better than in Japan.
Yeah, it is.
Because Japan has become very kind of, if restaurantized is a word, in Tokyo, it's. I mean, they've more Michelin-star restaurants in Tokyo now than any city, I believe, in the world. So a lot of it's indoors, not only because of the weather, but yeah, I mean, look, if you want to go for street food, Thailand, Bangkok, Kuala Lumpur, Singapore. Oh, mate, I mean, Eugene. I know Eugene's probably in bed now, but I mean,
no, he was in the chat, wasn't he?
No, Eugene.
Was he there?
Oh, I thought he said good morning. I'm pilled up right now, Aaron. I'm a bit stupid mode right now. So
you're pilled up.
Yeah, my back's a bit of a mess, so I've got to take my painkillers. Yeah.
Well, to be honest, I was up all night.
Stupid, for lack of a better word, or stupider, I should say.
Oh, mate, don't worry. You don't get more stupid than me. And I was up on a stream one night with no. I was streaming with Colin and Jacob and Gogoma.
Oh yeah, he was on late last night.
And C Cubes. Yeah, our lovely new member, C Cubes.
C Cubes.
Yeah,
she is lovely. She is brilliant, and she is an absolute angel and knows everything about football. And it was lovely to be on a stream with Cubes and Gogoma, and with Collie and Jakob and whoever else was on. Dude, Scotty M was on for a bit. So yeah, it was nice. It was nice. Well, I'm seriously scared we're tearing down Hotspur Hood because that's the channel that we're being put out on. Yeah.
She can get Goguma on the stream whenever she's available. I need to send her a message whenever she's available to go on the stream.
Who's that?
Goguma. She's lovely.
Lovely, yeah, man. Such a nice thing. I haven't seen her on in a while, actually.
Bobby, I thought, because I know I put you in contact with her, and since then I've changed my number and she's changed her number. But I thought were.
No, she when she did update the number with me. I just haven't really. I more talk to her on here, kind of thing, right? I don't.
Because a few people have said to me, "How do they get in touch with her?" And I said, "I have no idea." I said, "Ask Bobby Gay." So.
I don't. Obviously, I'm not going to give her a number to anybody without her consent.
No. But that's why
I personally haven't messaged her. The one time I messaged her when we were talking about just show people kind of stuff, right? So other than
show people,
like who we were trying to line up guests when we were getting the off the pitch show and everything going, and what guests in the community who we want to bring on. So that was a couple of months ago, probably. So I haven't seen her in the chat so much lately either.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Let's move on from. I know. Very private person, and Sorry to talk about.
No. We're not saying nothing here. We all just talked about how fantastic she is. I don't think there's an apology.
I just send her
for that.
She's latte art every day. Every day she gets a picture of latte art.
Oh, really? There you go.
Oh, you're in contact on via Twitter, because I'm not in any WhatsApp groups or Twits or shit. Oh, stuff like that.
Yeah, she's brilliant.
She is indeed.
Yeah.
I'm trying so hard not to use bad language. Brian Hagel said to me before he came on, you can't use bad language.
Yeah.
And then, but I always refer back to the famous quote by Oscar Wilde: "There's no such thing as bad language, only good language used badly." But
I thought it was just interpretation. I think I already dropped an F-bomb or two accidentally. Sorry, Benny.
You did, mate, and I scolded you.
Sorry, Benny.
And respect for Ben, I'm doing my best, man. I'm doing my best for you and Nightbot.
Well, at least one of us is making an effort, because I already botched that clearly.
It's one of the things I've been trying to do and swear less, because my language is like the gutter. So I'm desperately trying to improve my language. Got on other shows just to respect most of the hosts, but we're just trying to be
Ben, you want to hear my mum? My dad is the most angelical, like in terms of vocabulary.
Yeah.
He never ever curses, and my mum F's and blinds like every 5 seconds, and they're so polar opposite.
That's actually funny, though. That's kind of funny.
The same as my mother.
It's like Father Ted. I don't know if anyone's ever seen Father Ted or something like.
Brilliant.
I mean, it's seriously, it's like an Irish comedy, mate. It's
My mother
but
is the most softly spoken, because her family is all from Waterford, which you would know very well.
Oh, Waterford, yeah, beautiful part of the world, yeah.
So my mother's very softly spoken, very polite. If you annoy her, it's the end of you. It's just like, it's chainsaw language.
Ben, sorry, you're part Irish.
I'm part Irish through my mother's side, yes.
Jeez, that's must be how you grew a flat cap on your head.
I grew a flat cap.
He grew it. Yeah, he was born with it on.
I was born with a flat cap on.
No, but seriously, Ben, that's gas because Cuba's got, I think Cuba's 25% Irish.
Mostly Norwegian, Cuba. Cool.
Yeah, but you said he's got an Irish grandmother in there somewhere, so that's mad.
Yeah.
So all of you could have played for Ireland if you're any good at football, but you're all.
Aaron, I don't buy any of it. It's as soon as Harry Kane said he's got an Irish grandparent, all of a sudden everybody found their Irish hair. All Spurs fans found their Irish heritage. I'm even walking around telling people I'm 3% Irish now.
Yeah,
you probably are if you do a DNA test, man.
That's what I want to do, Aaron. Ilana and I actually want to do one of those DNA tests because I'm fascinated by all that stuff.
It's just not.
My brother did one. And we are. I mean, same like us all, kind of Irish. We've got a bit of Spanish in us. We've got quite a bit of English in us. We've got French, and you can migrate to the West, Germanic, and then to Turkey, and then down to Africa. So it's you'll find that we've all got very similar DNA. Once that I haven't done it myself, but I assume that. That's my mum had an affair with I don't know, an Inuit from Alaska. That,
what? Cousin Aaron, is that you?
Ooh, get out of my
Brother.
But you know what I mean? It's amazing how close our DNA all is.
Yeah, it is.
Well, what are they saying? There's one of those signs. I remember Chris Little's into all this stuff, as is Mr. Brian Ireland there, the amigo of that fella below me there. And,
yep.
I remember there's something he had showed me that showed that.
Yes, you can, Stuart.
Every one of us can be traced back far enough into like 8 different bloodlines, and that's it. In the entire world.
There were 7 migrations out of Africa.
Yeah, so 7 different bloodlines we can all trace back to in the entire world. That's
1
insane.
in 20 people alive today is got the DNA of Genghis Khan. So,
well,
if anyone can, Genghis Khan.
Why do you think our last name's Kang? Somebody forgot to put the H and they put a G instead. HG, same thing, put it at the end.
Brilliant.
It's amazing though that in China, for up until recent history, they thought that the 7 migration routes out of Africa didn't exist, and that people in China actually originated in China. However, this is obviously scientifically incorrect, and they've recorrected their education system to say, actually, no, we all evolved from the same place. Now, oh shit, I shouldn't talk about evolution because I know, Ben, this is it's a non, even the word evolution could offend some people. So
it's not political, no. It's but it's just like it's
it's not political, but it can offend some people's religion. So better not open my mouth.
Yeah, but we're not talking about religion though, so that's okay, Aaron. You're not directly talking. You know what, Aaron? To be honest with you, this is why I like seeing you sometimes, because it amazes people like you. Actually, amaze me because you're a wealth of knowledge in so many different spectrums.
Yeah, you are.
But I'm like the least articulate person, mate. I'm a writer, not a talker.
It's not nothing to do with articulation. You at least make the attempt to be articulate, but the points you have and the information that you have your ability to obtain that kind of information to me is phenomenal because shit, man, I had to tattoo the kids' names on my arm so I could remember their names and birthdays. You know.
I don't know if you can see. I don't know if my camera's working.
Yeah, we can see it. So
yeah, that's my tattoo, Bobby.
Night where he was totally naked.
Nice. Yeah, I'm trying. Me and Brian Daigle are gonna make a tattoo bet that I lose. That's the key, that I lose, because Mama K said I'm not allowed any more tattoos, but I gotta get the 3 Spurs boys logo.
Yeah.
So I've got to make a bet with Brian Daigle that I lose. So I have to get the tattoo.
I like the way he's brought me in, so I get into trouble with Suki. Not.
Isn't that what friends? Isn't that what friends are for? You throw me into the bus to your wife, I throw you into the bus to my wife. Everybody happy. They're not mad at us directly. They're indirectly mad at our friends. And let's face it, to every wife, the husband's friends are stupid, no matter if they're good people or not. So we're always going to be blacklisted regardless. So why not just give them a reason? You know, sometimes justify that anger.
Lads, I'm just going to turn off the camera for a moment because I need to roll up a little bit of tobacco. So I don't want people to see me smoking. So I'll
just told
be here. But yeah, I know. But it's a full
no, I'm not
flavored. What's that Turkish stuff? Yeah, dude. Anyway, you know what I mean. Just in case, the little 3 boys or the little 2 boy K boys are watching, mate. I don't want them to see. So I'm still here though. I'm turning off the camera.
Do your thing, buddy. I was just reading Catman's. My great grandparents are from Ireland. They still have family in Cork and Kerry. The Murphys.
Oh, Cork and Kerry.
The Mick Murphys. The Mick Murphys. Okay. I got a friend of mine here that's a Murphy. He's there we go. Ben's made it big.
Yeah, you know, anybody in Ireland that's got the surname Murphy, their nickname is automatically Spud, because Spud is our short word for potato.
Right.
So if you're a Murphy, you're automatically called Spud. So who was it that said that they were a Murphy?
Catman Jess. Catman, our local Canadian boy here.
Spud, mate. Spudman Jess.
Spudman Jess. Spudman. Stuart's comment: through my daughter doing Ancestry, we found a sibling recently. We found out her father wasn't her father. She was unfortunate to have the same one as me. Oh my God.
What was that? Sorry again. Could you repeat that?
Stuart's basically his daughter was doing the Ancestry thing and found a sibling, I believe. She found out, her father wasn't her father. And she was fortunate to have the same.
I'm a Spudman Jess.
Spudman Jess.
Spudman.
Lisa's here. Good morning, Lisa.
Spudman.
Lisa's
with the Play-Doh gun.
Or afternoon.
Best form of
and
potato.
thank you. Let me just say thank you to. I just want to say thank you to Lisa. She's obviously a great supporter of every single Godman channel. As Bob Spurs said, she's one of the first to always like any of our channel or creators' content. And she's a wonderful lady. So thank you very, very much, Lisa. It really means a lot to me.
Yeah, nice one, Lisa. And Ben, you mentioned potatoes, and what's the best form of potatoes?
What's your?
And I was listening into you yesterday, and I was about to jump on in furious rage to dispute your lack of appreciation of what you call the mashed potato, what I call a pureed potato. Pureed.
Oh,
yeah.
The fancy
baby. We're using cream and Kerrygold butter, mate. We're using scallions. We're putting it through a sieve. I mean, this stuff comes out like cream.
Let's hope so, Carl.
I mean, this is this stuff is proper stuff. Proper potato that you get in a Michelin star French restaurant in Gay Paris. You know, dude. Like, seriously, so I was infuriated when you were saying you don't like a mashed potato. I don't like a mashed potato like my auntie would boil it or make it, like lumpy and rotten and awful. But when you get a proper pureed potato, that is just
Mine would be a testament because we are of the Hebraic heritage, we like salty food. So for us,
I love salt.
creamy. It's
I
why
love
we
the-
like chips. It's why we like latkes. It's like we like dauphinoise. We like quite salty
That
food.
one's okay, mate. It's just average, though. You know.
I have to say, whenever we have a conversation about potatoes, I say this every time, and I will do the Pepsi challenge with every person, even Gordon Ramsay in the top shelves and myself. My mum makes the best roast potatoes in the world, and anyone that tries them, anyone says these are the best potatoes I've ever had. She honestly, I keep saying to her, you have to give Ilana the recipe, and she's like, nope, nope, nope. And I said, Mum, I don't care. But whatever happens, when that bad day comes that you're with us no more, I want the recipe in the world. I don't care. I have to. They are the great. When I come home, my mum makes like 5 batches of them ready for me to destroy. They are the greatest in the world.
No,
Brian, I'm sorry, mate. Sorry, Brian, but that's a load of bollocks. We're going to have a mom off, right? Our moms are going to have a roast potato spud off, mate. They're going to have to, because my mum's using that roast duck fat and that Irish Kerrygold butter. And your mum's not taught you the recipe. I know what the recipe is, my man. We're going to have to have a mom off, right? We get our two moms together.
We can definitely have a roast potato off. Let's not call it a mum off. That sounds quite weird.
Oh, sorry, yeah, roast potato off. Sorry.
I'll definitely do the Pepsi challenge, brother. I'll definitely do the Pepsi challenge.
I think that's the perfect name for it. Whose mother makes the best potatoes?
Yeah, but it's not. That sounds better than a mum off.
Sorry, dude. I'm sorry I said mum off. It was like the shortest way I could say it, mate. A roast spud off. Yeah. But guys, none of you know what Colcannon is. None of you know Colcannon. Do you? Colcannon is the traditional Irish
I'm
dish.
so too busy
Halloween.
laughing at mum off.
Mum off. I'm sorry. I just pictured me and Brian's mums like battering each other, and it'd be like me and Dago going at each other in the chat, you know. Me and Dago be fighting about Levy or transfers.
Yeah. Aaron, it hasn't taken long. Kuva's just put a comment in that says, "Get your mum out for the lads." So,
Kuva,
it didn't take long.
You're so disrespectful.
I like Ian's, the ball
You're
short mum off. I got to admit, Scott M's comment is hilarious, though.
Get him out for the lads.
I agree. Potatoes are terrible, Scott M.
This sounds like it's going to be like Saturday Night Live skit with Timberlake and Stamberg. I've never watched it. I only watched the Donald Trump Saturday Night Live ones, mate. So I don't know what the Justin Trouser Snake ones are, and I don't know what a Sandberg is.
The Paul Stewart mum off is going to be a great show.
Oh.
Is it Friday night yet, or like
Bobby's dying on stream? Oh no!
Laughing is not good when you've got pain. I can't help my mum off.
Trust Kuva to come up with something like that.
Oh, you know, he's just getting started, man. He's just getting started. Oh man, this is gonna be a fantastic stream now.
And dude, sorry, Batman, or what was we calling earlier?
Spudman,
yes. Dude, mate, Colcannon, right? I know it's gonna sound off with people that ain't Irish, but you use curly kale, as we call it, kale. You know, the vegetable kale.
Yeah.
And you get rid of all the hard parts, right? So you gotta spend a lot of time doing that. And then you use scallion, finely chopped, and you make a pureed spud, man, and you mix it all up, and then you serve it. This is the abbreviated version of the recipe, but you melt a little bit of butter into a little bit of milk, and you make a mountain that looks like a volcano. and in the crater you get the butter and milk, and just sprinkle a load of pepper on top.
Why are you
Obviously,
determined to make us hungry?
no, I'm just talking about our Halloween. This is our traditional Halloween dinner, mate. And you know what's the worst thing about it? Is that your mother wraps up, when you're a kid, 1 piece, 2 pieces, because this was before the euro, right, in tin foil, and she puts them inside the Kilcannon. So you're all of a sudden you're biting into it, and you're loving it, and all of a sudden you bite into a coin and you break your tooth.
Oh,
And
no.
Oh, nice.
yeah, dude. We do the same thing on Halloween with another thing we have called Baron Brack, which is a baked kind of cake bread
Thanks, Goof.
full of raisins, and inside there's a wedding ring, and whoever bites into the wedding ring is the next person to get married. I'm like 4 years old.
Oh, okay, nice.
Stuart is
Right,
talking.
No, it's not nice, mate, biting into a lump of metal.
What the hell are Bubble and Squeak?
Oh,
Bubble and Squeak.
is
Oh,
incredible.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
What is it?
It's basically a potato pancake with leftovers like cabbage and peas or whatever you've
Corned
got. You
beef.
make it like a potato
Bubble and
pancake.
Squeak.
Oh, well, when
The
you guys
name
make
comes from the name comes from the sound it makes the frying pan.
So what we'll do, Bobby, when we're in England and Canada,
When we're in England and Canada. I thought I was the one on meds here, bud.
when we're in England in January, I'll take you to a greasy spoon, and we'll go to a cafe.
Are we doing this?
Well, we'll put it this way.
Are we doing
Simeon is going away for 2 weeks in January, and Ben wants to be there for 2 weeks to host We Are Tottenham TV with him.
What dates? What dates?
I don't know exactly. I'm waiting for Simeon to confirm.
Because I'm going to tell you now what I'm looking at. I'll tell you right. I'll tell the whole friggin' world.
Well, don't look at a greasy spoon, because if you do, you'll probably see Nick Barry Ranjit.
January 23. Okay, so I'm looking at flying out on Tuesday the 10th or Monday the 9th, and returning on Saturday the 21st.
Yeah, well, I'll be there for some of it, not all of it.
Oh, you're only going for a week, or what? You're
A couple
going for
of weeks,
longer?
but it'll be the beginning of January. It was going to be longer if I didn't have a job.
Right. Yes. But you went and got yourself a job, didn't you?
Exactly.
Silly man.
Well, you're such a bum, Dago, man. Why the hell did you get a job, dude?
I know.
Ben, sorry, I always get freaked out when Nightbot pops up, because I always feel like I'm getting scolded by a parent. Please don't promote. Did I promote over channels, mate, or did I offend Nightbot?
It's just a timer, mate.
Oh, no, Nightbot just likes to pop in here and there. Nightbot's wicked.
Nightbot is setting the rules so people don't step out of line.
I always, honestly, every time I'm watching, mate, I always go, oh, no, Mum, I'm so sorry. Did I say that? Because I have attention deficit disorder and I'm extremely forgetful. So I was like, oh, my God, was that me? So, yeah. Nightbot freaks me out.
There you go. Here, Nightbot's going to come back up again twice right now.
Big up, Nightbot.
Brian is good. Oh, my God, yes.
Typing is not essential. Your viewership, likes, shares, vibes are far more valuable.
See, those ones.
You still wish to tip.
That one came up because I put the thing that.
What? So you control Nightbot? You're actually the God, you're Nightbot.
I'm Brownbot.
Night Bobby.
No, listen.
I'm Brownbot.
No. Basically, Aaron, whoever is Nightbot, it's kind of like the banker in Deal or No Deal. He will always
I've
be
never
known,
watched Deal or No Deal, man.
But he or she will always be known as the Nightbot. You'll never know the true identity.
Yeah, but that's freaky, man. That's freaky, man. That's like, I don't know, it's like something out of that.
We're in the chat with them. How do you think we feel? Scares the shit out of us. We never know when
it's just this weird timing, man. Nightbot's weird timing. It's like
mum off coordinator. Afternoon, Paddy. Big up.
Paddy, good morning.
Hey, Paddy Hartnett. Yeah, good man. Took care of it all.
Paddy.
I'm not allowed to say
Here's
that.
your 24-hour notice.
I'd love to know. I'd love to know in this how all of a sudden Aaron is the one that said the mum off. Yeah, I'm the one getting. I'm going to be nothing to Aaron, It's just let's just back. I don't know how Aaron's got away with this one, but hey ho, bring it on. Bring it on.
No, because it's simple.
Irish
Brian.
charm,
brother.
Irish charm.
I got you covered here, buddy. Brian, Aaron came up with the show concept and name, which means somebody's got to host the show. So you're a natural host. Naturally, it fell into your lap. So Brian's mum off.
I didn't say it's Brian's mum off. I said Brian and my mum need to have a spud off.
Yeah, I think what I said was a little bit better, but okay.
Oh,
yeah. We need to get where's Kuva, man? Get in here, man. We need you.
Yeah, Kuva, get in here, mate. Who's the king of the potatoes? This is Kuva, the king of Stonehenge, mate, like the wizard from Cornwall. This boy needs. I'm sure he knows how to cook potatoes, man. This fella. In fact, I bet you he could cook as a proper.
We're only going to be
sorry, I used my language.
An hour. So I'll
give me 2 seconds. I just need to make a phone call. I'll be back in like 2 minutes.
Fair play. Where's Kiva? If he wishes to join, there's the link for him. But dry and bagel staring in daddy daycare.
What's daddy daycare? I don't watch television, so I have no idea what this is.
Old.
Very funny.
A few years ago now, though.
Yeah, years ago, late 90s, I reckon.
Aaron's mum versus Brian's mum in a spud off. This is the niche kind of content I can never find in those shops. Dude, Kuva, mate, I'm a cookaholic, mate. I've learned how to cook. I've studied cooking in Thailand, on a farm, in Japan, in Korea. I've worked as, I would never call myself a chef. No, jeez, dude. I would never call myself a chef. I did it. I did a full Jacob there, trying to say short side spurs.
Short side.
Yeah, you're short side. I would never call myself a chef. I did work as a cook in a couple of bars in my time, but I did study cooking in Thailand, and I learned from like my girlfriend's parents when I worked there, and same in Korea from my other girlfriend's mother, and same in Japan. Yes, I've lived around the world, and I've had many girlfriends and parents that were excellent cooks, and I learned a lot, and I did work in those jobs at times. But look, dude, when it comes to roast,
that's how you learn what you like, Aaron. You know what I mean? Like, I know so many people that are so afraid to try things. It's like, how are you gonna know if you even like it? Like, Chris, like Jay's terrible, and Chris was slowly getting to that point where he was just turning into his brother, where he didn't want to try stuff, and I was like,
chicken nuggets.
Oh God, chicken nuggets, hamburgers, all day long, filth food, basically.
But that's the first thing you teach the kids how to make. Yeah, you teach them how to dissect.
They know how to make that basic stuff, but I'm saying trying different things like that are foreign to them or whatever. But forever, you got to force them to almost, and I hate doing that. I never want to force them to try something. You want to try it, you don't want to try it. It's up to you. But you're the one missing out, as far as I'm concerned. And then they try things. Oh, Dad, this is delicious. That's amazing. I love this. It's funny. It makes me laugh that these guys are anti-sampling new things and trying new things.
Yeah,
Bobby, I grew up with my mum being cabbage and potatoes, dehydrated pork chops with a can of beans, but my dad, because he lived all over the world, and I luckily, I used to spend a lot of time with him when he was traveling around the world. My dad was mad into trying food because he'd grown up in a very poor family, literally eating like potatoes with butter. So I was lucky enough to be able to travel around. Hey, Coobs.
It's not Kuva. Look at his name.
99.
Mum off 99.
It's the new thing. I think I've worked out what my channel will be if I ever get around to having one.
Dude, I don't know if any of you guys have seen the TV show where a guy called Baz Ashmawi brings his mother. It was on Sky, and Baz Ashmawi tries to kill his mother by bringing her on all these adventures all over the world, like skydiving and like all this crazy stuff. myself and Baz went to school together for our final year in Moorhampton College. And anyway, Baz shagged the headmistress, who was only about 35 at the time, and she was a bit hot. So fair play to her. But Baz went on to be a TV. He's on Irish TV all the time now, and he had a TV show on Sky, How to Kill Your Mother. So I don't know if any of you guys have seen it.
No, I haven't.
No.
Sounds like
yeah.
one to watch though.
Big up, one. Big up.
Hey, one.
All right, so who,
Oh man, I
who's
can't
your name?
wait
We
to
got
see
Coos.
Brian's reaction when he sees Kuva's name when he comes back.
He's
Now.
good. He's good. How have you been, Cove? What have you been doing?
Getting annoyed because it's turning hot again, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
it's getting hot in here.
It's
So take off all your clothes.
it's only the
An
thought of
invitation,
mum
buddy.
offs that keep me going at the moment.
It should be all right.
yeah.
A couple of weeks. 25 the maximum. That's perfect. In my
Nah, anything over 5 and I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
Roll on the winter.
Yeah, bring
Oh,
it
God,
back.
give me a bit of snow. Let it snow. Let
Come
it
on
snow,
over, buddy.
let
We got
it
lots.
snow.
For a start,
We don't get snow in Ireland, man. We never get it.
You know the funny thing is, Aaron, my wife born and raised in England. She's an import. And I
That's
still
not funny,
remember
mate.
working
Nothing funny about being born and raised in England.
for-
I find
But
it
when
quite
she
funny to
came
be called
over
an
here-
import, though.
Well, that part's funny. She is an import. I want an import. I don't like the Canadian accents. So when I brought her over, her first few winters, oh my
Brought her over.
God, this is
Dude,
lovely.
from what you
Look
bring
at
her
all
in
the
a box,
snow,
man.
blah blah blah. No. I let her sit in the plane. The rules have changed now, so whatever.
This is so political. Ben,
yeah, I
this
tried
is
getting
not your
cargo.
typical show, my friend.
No, but,
Oh,
but
it's not.
no,
It's not
cargo
Thursday.
was almost the same price, so I was like, I just give her a seat. But no, in all seriousness, she came over. She loved the winters here. First, I would say 5 or 6 years, and then that wore off. Then it wore off. Now it's I hate the cold. I hate the fucking snow. How many times are gonna? Oh, sorry, Ben. Friggin' snow. Oh, the snow. Yeah, because it's minus 40, minus 45 with the
Yeah,
the
but
wind
you're
chill,
talking
right?
Fahrenheit
So-
here. Get into real.
No,
like,
that's
shit
Celsius.
stuff that we understand, please.
I'm talking Celsius. Fahrenheit's American, buddy. We do Celsius in Canada.
Yeah,
You're not American. You're Canadian
Exactly.
American.
That's what I'm saying. We don't do Fahrenheit is more Americans. Everything for us is in Celsius or what you called centigrade over there, right?
Yeah, but you're Alaskan, mate. Come on, get it into centigrade.
Yeah, that's the same as Celsius. It's the exact same. There's no conversion.
So minus 40.
So minus 40. Yes. Minus
Dude,
40
not a hope in
centigrade.
Celsius.
Yeah,
Yes,
minus
sir.
40 Celsius.
With the wind chill,
That
it'll
is
be
nuts, man.
minus 20, minus 25, and then with the wind, yeah. You
Mate,
go,
the coldest I've ever experienced in my life was when I was when my dad was living in New Hampshire, and I was 17 years old, and he brought us up to this place, Mount Washington, where the highest wind speed had ever been recorded, and we went skiing, me and my sister, and killed each other, obviously, like brother and sisters do. But it was minus 17 degrees, and you literally. Like, you know the way footballers occasionally spit out their mouth?
yeah.
Yeah, well, I had a habit of doing that when I was 17 years old because I used to play football. And it would be frozen like a snowball before it hit the ground. It was
That's
minus 17
That's like
C.
the snotsicles you get over here. The snotsicles.
The snotsicles.
Yeah. You know, as soon as you step
Oh,
outside,
I've never
all the
heard
snot-
that term in my life. Snotsicles.
as soon as you go out, as Brian will be able to tell you about these, 'cause I'm sure he got a few snotsicles his first winter. As soon as you go outside, if you've got a little bit of build up in there, it freezes instantly.
Yep.
Instantly. So now you've got snotsicles stuck
man.
up there, buddy.
I haven't had them, but first of all, big up Cooper, brother.
It's not
good morning
Kuva.
to you,
Did you
brother.
not see his
It's snotsicles and momsicles and a battle with the mom off 99s.
What I will say about the snotsicle, I did get that, but Ilana once said to me when she came back home to Canada whilst I was waiting for my visa to go through and everything, I phoned her once and she was at the bus stop and she was like, "I'm so cold I can't feel my face." And I was like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
And then obviously I
Fucking
came
touch
here
it.
and went.
Oh, sorry,
I came
language.
here and got through my first winter, and I went out and got a bus, and I was talking like this because I could hardly. I was like a ventriloquist, and I very, very quickly learned how important a snood, balaclava, hat, scarf, everything is during January, February, December, January, February here in Toronto.
But so are you talking about minus 40 centigrade? That can't be right.
Yeah,
no, it's true.
And it's like where Scott M is, it's actually even colder because he's out in the prairies. So out there, it's even colder. You go towards
no wonder he's always negative.
He's not always negative. He made one.
Me and Scotty get on great, mate.
About 20 years. Yeah, about 20 years ago in Norway, it nearly hit minus 60.
See,
minus 60.
Yeah,
I have it right here for you, Aaron. Sorry, on June 21st, 2022, Scott M made a nice comment towards me, so he's not always negative. I wrote it down.
He wrote it down.
He said, "I think you're relatively okay compared to other people who I don't like."
Actually, yes, that was actually pretty much right along. I wrote the exact comment out. You're not quite the jerk as some other people are. You don't irritate me as much as most. Thanks, Scott.
Yeah, that's what he wrote in his Valentine's Day card to the missus as well. You know. In Ireland we have what's called a moderate temperate climate, which means that because of the North Atlantic drift and because of it's changing now, but what's coming up. Scott making moves, mate. Scott's making moves.
It was really late at night, so I knew he was a bit out of it. It was past his bedtime. So I was like, Scott's being nice. He must be deluded.
My first introduction to that kind of weather, though, was I think it might have been minus 30, and I went out for a short time, Norway.
Oh, okay.
I came in, and my scarf was frozen to my nose.
Yeah. Yeah, especially if you have like a wool one or a cloth one.
In New Hampshire as well, mate.
Yeah. Or what happens is if you like, a lot of people will just get a cloth scarf. They don't realize when you're breathing through it, the moisture is building, and if you have a beard or a goatee, it'll stick to it. Or when you peel it off, that whole part, just the face part, you can whack it against the ground. It's like a rock.
That's the origin of the Turin shroud.
Oh.
No, it isn't.
But Bobby's origin is Indian, so this is very confusing to me because everything in India is very hot and spicy. And
not everything. Go to the Himalayas.
Yeah, Himalayas.
Oh, the Himalayas, but they're more up in Nepal, though. Come on.
Yeah, that's true.
Nipples. They're, yeah.
But no more nipple talk. We had plenty of nipple talk on Saturday.
No, Nepal. No, you misunderstood my
Nepal.
Yeah, however you want to pronounce it, that's fine.
Oh, days. But lads, no, seriously, it's incredible because. No, I'm not going to do an Indian accent. That'd be politically incorrect to do that.
Yeah, no political incorrectness, please, Aaron.
I'm doing, mate. I'm doing my best, man. I'm doing my best.
Anyway, you brought me on for a bit of potato expertise, didn't you?
Yes. What is your favourite potato, Coover?
Absolutely roast potatoes. By a mile. As soon as Mum showed me how to make them properly, never looked back. I was like, cook them in loads of oil, loads of salt over the top, slightly score the top, and then keep opening the oven every now and then to just drizzle the oil back over the top with a spoon. And they go totally crispy on the outside, totally fluffy on the inside. Oh, steam the potatoes before you put them into the oven as well.
You do that, but the most important trick, if you're doing it with gravy, with a roast, what you do is you put the gravy in a big Pyrex jug, let the fat race to the top of the gravy, take the fat off the gravy, and then put that over the roast potatoes. So you got all the flavour of the gravy over your potatoes as well.
Yeah. Faultless. Yeah.
Flawless. That's the way to do it. Can't beat it good, especially with a crimbo dinner. You've got to use the turkey fat for that.
It's 10:45 in the morning. Is it okay to have steak and potatoes for lunch?
Yeah, it's an American breakfast.
I'll be having a nice snooze for the rest of the day then.
Yeah,
I think Kluver's just thrown his name in the roast potato off.
he has. Mum
The
off
mum
is
off?
committing.
Kuva's coming in the mum up. Well, she's technically now.
I do a wicked
the
roast potato, definitely. But I'm crediting Mum.
Yeah.
There you go. So Kluver's mum is mentioned in this. So here we go. That means, Aaron, when I'm back over at Christmas or January, you're going to have to make the flight over to England.
Hey, I'll be there too. Little K can do the sampling. He can be a judge because he has nothing to do with the show. He doesn't know whose dishes will be what. And then you could have a true judge that doesn't know whose is what. So, threesome mum. Oh, Jesus.
I feel like Ben knows the secret of the great potato, though. So,
everything we do is with potatoes in our culture, me and Brian. So I understand what a good potato is.
Ben, are you throwing your hat in the ring? And I choose the word hat because I realise I used that other word.
If it's latkes or hash browns, then I am throwing my hat in. So do love a good hash brown. The hash browns are brilliant.
They are.
yeah, got to agree.
Do you like the shaved hash browns, those little ones, or do you like a hash brown patty?
Massive ones are the best.
Bigger the
Nice
better.
big patty. Yeah.
The bigger, because they're crispier.
Yeah, I'm a patty fan.
Any
myself,
hash brown the
personally.
size of a tombstone, and I'm happy.
Yeah. Four-way mum off, that is spicy.
Or as I like to say,
Kluver,
sandwich size.
Size of a tombstone, mate. You live in Stonehenge, man. Come on.
Oh, I think Carl wants to add his. He wants to have maybe Mrs. Simpson join. He said the more mums, the merrier. So Carl wants to throw his missus into the mix for the potato mum off.
There we go.
Dude.
It's becoming an actual thing now.
Yeah.
That's
Now,
not one of you has
matchup.
mentioned the type of potato yet, mate. I'm using Maris Piper.
That's exactly what my mum uses.
That's why I'm gonna beat you all. I'm gonna come there representing my mums, mate.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm
If
just
any, you know
I'm
what?
just
If
coming to
anyone
eat.
could have predicted what the main crux of this argument or debate or show would have been today, I don't think anyone would have said, "Mum off some roast potatoes."
Yeah, I don't know. It's probably you invented it, or you. I'll blame you, Brian.
Yeah, of course.
Blame
Why
you.
not? You're the one that said it, but blame Blood Daigle. Always seems to be the
Yeah,
way.
well, of course, man. Always toss the blame, mate. You know, it's a tricky way.
Exactly, mate.
Yeah, as soon as
Exactly.
Maris Piper got mentioned, I know people are on their A game as well. So,
Yeah.
fair
Maris
point.
Piper's
Dude,
are
mate,
good. Roast potatoes are good.
I'm gonna smoke you, lads. I'm gonna. Do you know what I'm gonna do? Right. I'm gonna obviously boil it, steam it. Right.
Yeah.
Let it just chill out, but not cook. Right. Remain consistent inside. Then I'm gonna dip it into a load of goose fat and Irish butter, Kerry Gold Irish butter, rosemary, salt. Right. No pepper goes on at this point. Right. Salt just to drain out that moisture inside and make it nice and fluffy, and then bang it into a roasting hot oven at 220, right, for about 25 minutes, and these are going to come out crispy like you wouldn't believe. Well, not actually 25 is a little bit short, probably. So they're going to be cooking for all of you, and you're all going to want to eat. So I'll go a bit longer. So let's give it 40 minutes.
If you really want to dry out those potatoes, what you need to do is you need to prepare in the oven. If you really want to dry out the potatoes, you prepare a rack in the fridge. You put the potatoes straight in the fridge, and the dryness of the fridge will take all the moisture out of the potatoes. That's a brilliant way of doing it.
Yeah, I do that with my Scotch eggs, mate. I make fantastic Scotch eggs.
What that
And I
also
know they're called
Scotch
Scotch eggs.
eggs. I've never even heard of a Scotch egg.
Scotch
What
eggs
the
are great.
hell is that?
Dude, I'll make fantastic Scotch eggs with.
Don't just tell me it's eggs
Irish,
with Scotch in it.
Damn, mate, dude, do I have to? Do I
Oh,
have to explain
Scott.
this?
You do actually. I've never heard of Scotch eggs. Never in my life.
Okay, all right. You soft boil if you want to do it real fancy, like
Yeah.
Gordon Ramsay. You know, with a bit of sweet, like juicy yolk in the middle.
Yeah.
All right, you soft boil your eggs, okay,
Okay.
and then you let them chill out in a bit of ice water. Then you get your. Now, what I use is a mixture of beef and sausage meat. a very high quality sausage meat, and something called yeah.
Okay.
And something called white pudding, which is basically what the English people would know as black pudding without the blood, right?
Okay.
And then I throw in a load of nutmeg, a load of pepper, a little bit, tiny bit of salt because it's already seasoned, some herbs. You let that get up to room temperature, so it's easier to wrap around your chilled out egg, right? So then you wrap them. So you're wrapping your egg in this meat mixture, pop it back into the fridge, right? So it solidifies. Then you take it out and you just drop it into a bit of flour into your egg mixture, and then your Japanese panko breadcrumbs, and then you deep fry it for about 8 minutes.
Bang.
And I'm not kidding you, mate. You just slice that in half.
I've never even heard of it.
Dude, the Scotch egg, mate. Are you kidding me, man? Google it. It's like a pub.
I might be home for a few days now, so I'm gonna have to try making one.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with a Scotch egg. Yeah, sliced in half, bit of mustard over the top.
Oh, mustard, Kuva. Do you know what I serve it with? I mix up Japanese Kupo mayonnaise, which is the best mayonnaise in the world, with some lemon juice and English mustard, which is nice and spicy. And you whip them all up
is
together.
It like a Dijon kind of thing?
No,
English mustard. Spicier?
Oh, Dijon's pussy. Oh, sorry, Dijon's quite mild.
For the lightweights, yes, lightweight.
Yeah, no, English mustard, mate. Coleman's. Good old traditional Coleman's.
Come on, Aaron, man, keep it clean here, buddy. All we're talking about is mums.
He was quite correct though.
Yeah, he was.
Aaron's been behaving more than I've been behaving.
I'm trying my best, mate. You should have heard me last night.
You're doing way better than I am.
Still, even Dijon mustard is better than that American yellow mayonnaise.
That stuff's only good on those cheap baseball hot dogs, like glass resort food.
I have to say now, literally, living out here, that French's mustard, the American yellow mustard, is the most ridiculous. How it's even a mustard, I don't know.
It's vinegar, man.
Or dip. That is the standard that we come from, Coleman's and things like that. You don't. Ilana always regularly goes to like one of those British shops that we have out here, and one of the things that I can never. There's HB sauce, Coleman's mustard, are two condiments that I cannot do without.
Yeah, nice one, Brian. Where's Ilana from, Brian? Where's
Ilana from here, brother. She's here from Toronto.
Aye.
Brian, try a company called Hickory Farms.
I will try it, but it will not be called
Hickory Farms, mate. It sounds like something that's on Trader Park.
They do their own specialty stuff, like their own meats, their own cheeses, everything. You'll see them around, like where you are. You'll see them in like the bigger malls, like.
I know that name somewhere.
They stand up these stalls, these independent stalls, and they have probably about a dozen to 15 different types of mustard that they make. Very small bottles. It's expensive, but it's banging.
I know that name. I know that name, mate. Have they been?
They're like the exclusive guys or something here.
How long have they been on?
Oh, you know what, Aaron? I remember. I remember from when I was little because my dad. At Christmas, we used to literally buy Dad this little mustard pack he used to like for his sandwiches for work.
I think my dad might have brought that back from New Hampshire because that was probably available when he.
Yeah, I don't know if it's an American or a Canadian company, but I know they're predominantly like they're everywhere. They set up these little like temp stalls around Christmas time. I don't know if I'm sure if I Googled around that I'd be able to find somewhere.
Is hickory a type of wood that they use to smoke it?
I don't know if they're smoked. I know their meats are smoked, and their cheeses and everything that they do.
I think hickory might be a type of wood. I could be completely
so Catman
wrong.
is saying no. Catman knows about it right here. So he's saying that they're not. Their meats aren't that great. Their mustard's good though.
Hickory Farms Dijon mustard is amazing. The meat not that great, but Catman, is hickory referring to a type of wood? Or just the name?
I think that's the name of the company. The Hickory Farms is the actual brand name. Yeah,
Yeah,
That's
it's
their
probably
company
like a
name.
hickory
Yeah.
wood, like a hickory forest, maybe something like that.
Or maybe they do
That's what I
use
thought,
hickory in
Ben,
a
yeah.
lot of their smoking of their meats and stuff. I honestly would not know. So
So so it's undisputed anyway. My mum's winning the mum off 99 cook off. Yeah,
She's
so
not, mate.
at least
She's
we're all
not.
in agreement.
I certainly don't agree.
Oh, their Catman said yes. They smoke everything in hickory, hence the name. Oh, okay. His aunt used
And
to
his
work there.
artwork there.
Oh, wicked! Can she get me a discount, Catman? Because their friggin' mustards are getting expensive, bro.
Where's Catman from? I thought he was Aussie.
Catman. No, he's north of us. He's about a couple hours north. Oh, and he said he's going to come to the North London Derby, Brian? In October, he's going to try to come to the Arch of
He's
Fame.
north of you, so he's like in the Antarctic.
2 hours north of us. Pretty much halfway.
Oh,
to
okay, Alaska.
Yeah, that's only halfway. Yeah, Alaska. It's about a 4-day drive, but yeah, sure, 2 hours halfway.
Dude, I think of these tiny kind of geographical sizes, because Ireland's so tiny that if I want to go to Donegal or up to Belfast or down to County Cork or County.
The whole country has 3 buses, right? For the whole country?
Yeah, and I drive most of them. Well, I steal most of them. Yeah, I joyride and I take most of them. I charge.
There's only one road in Canada.
Yeah, of course, there's only one road in Canada and in America, the M66 or whatever it's called.
Route 66. Route 66, yeah.
Route 66, that's the one.
That's the famous one, buddy. That's the famous one.
Yeah, sure. Why else would you need another one? If you end up, if you had another road,
One road will do.
driving. You'd end up meeting Colin or somebody like that, or Will Stewart. Like just stick on the
main road. Stay safe.
Yeah.
Coming from the small countries we come from, moving here has been a goddamn eye opener of just how big this country is. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous the size of this place. Literally, there's parts. Apparently you can drive 10 hours north of where I am right now, and you're still in Ontario.
Yeah, you could drive 26 hours north and still be in Ontario.
How many hours?
26 hours from here, you could go north. Thunder Bay is 16 hours, and you're only getting to about 70% to the top of Ontario. To get across up to the top to that Trans Canada Highway thing to take you straight across to Vancouver, that thing's like 20 hours from here.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's crazy, mate. If you drove 26 hours northwest where I live, you'd end up in Iceland and Reykjavik.
This is how crazy it is, Aaron. You drive 40 hours south, 30 hours south, you'd make it to Florida. But you could drive almost 30 hours north just to get out of the province.
And to think, here I am, south of England, can get anywhere in a day in the UK, and I don't want to go to any location.
Yeah, but dude, that's because you're a hippie and you hang out in Stonehenge all the time, man. You're a druid.
It is, man.
Honestly, we've got Undon Barry, Nicholas Collison, Ranja in the chat there now popping up. Yeah, EastEnders.
No, it's a Nightbot didn't trigger. It's just a timer. If Shellside and Bob have full permission to spam their stuff in my chat for all I care.
No, because Scott put a thing saying Ben stream turned into Mix's Shellside wankety wank, and then Nightbot right away said, "That's crazy."
It just happened. Nightbot just happened to put it, and so Nightbot.
But who is Nightbot? I mean, seriously, this is the biggest mystery of all time. It's like, who's the mystery singer, on that show?
It is Bobby K. He confirmed it earlier.
No, it's Little K.
Like I said,
Nightbot's Little K.
I don't believe it, mate. I think it's Terry Venables or Harry Redknapp.
Harry Venables or Harry Redknapp sitting in the back room of Ben's coffee shop right now. He's in that door. What's in that door back there behind you, Benny? We've never seen what's in that room.
There isn't a room there. It goes to the outside.
Yeah. From this side, that's what you believe.
The magic
he wants us to believe.
Nick's just said it's the Nightbot is like the Stig. It's also like the banker, like earlier, Nick, from Deal or No Deal. That's how it's a need to know basis, and none of us need to know.
Ian was just saying from one end of Texas to the other end of Texas
9
is
hours.
9 hours. Wow.
Speaking of Texas, mate, I had a great show last night on Collies with I'm not allowed to say the name. On a stream with Jakob, which is his real name, or as you like to call him, Jacob from Texas.
Jacob from Texas.
Yeah,
Big up
Jacob from
United
Texas.
States of America. Big them up.
Mate,
I love
you
Jacob.
just
He's
said,
got the
mate, I
coolest.
was
He's got
trying
one of
not
the
to
coolest
mention in
voices,
case I got night botted. But
You got night botted. You've been
it
knighted,
was
Aaron.
a
You've been
mad
knighted.
stream, man. It was a mad stream with Gogama and cubes, C cubes on, and it was lovely with two ladies on because me and the guys were all with Scotty M and all. We were all talking off, and then you have the two lovely ladies, C cubed and Gogama coming on and putting us in our places with their facts and knowledge and making us all look like mugs. And then I started talking about the monkeys, and anyway, it doesn't matter. It's yeah. I was talking about the monkeys, right? By the way, which is a real thing.
Honesty. Gotta love Aaron's honesty.
Yeah, but dude, I got
talking
taken
so
the
much
mick out
about
of me.
football and all this stuff, and I talked about monkeys.
No, but dude, no, because Colin was saying, well, why do you have all these foxes running around London? I said, dude, it's because they're getting like knocked out of their natural environment, their natural habitat, whatever the word is, yeah. So they have to come into the cities, right? I said the same thing's going on in Tokyo at the moment with the monkey, or sorry, not Tokyo, in Japan, not Tokyo, it's a different city. And in the last, like since January the 8th, or sorry, June the 8th, 42 humans that are children and children have been attacked by monkeys. And then Colin said, well, what type of monkeys? And I said, macaques. And Jacob and the Americans found that word hilarious and asked me to say it again. I said, well, macaques. And obviously, like, whatever their interpretation of the word was.
I know.
So I had to go on and explain that they don't know if it's just one monkey or a gang of monkeys, bunch of macaques. And it just, dude, I don't know why, but for Texas Jake, this was, and for
giggle out of it.
Mate, I mean, I got smoked, man. And for cubes in San Fran and Collies in where I don't know, Minneapolis or Minnesota or Missouri or the Mississippi River on a swamp boat. I don't know, mate. But I don't know, whatever reason, because of the way I say, and even Alex the Steak was on, and
Alex the Steak,
Alex the Steak, and my man in Canada, the geezer from Essex, Jason Grosey, in it, right? But for some reason, because of the way I said macaque, which is the name of the monkey, and I said, well, the macaque was attacking all the. They misinterpreted what I was saying, right? So
they heard what they wanted to hear, is what that is.
It was quite amusing, though. And by the way, it was like 6 a.m. I told Colin, mate, I'll go on for 10 or 20 minutes, mate. I ended up drinking bucket loads of coffee just to stay awake. And the stream went on for nearly 4 hours.
And he started at like 11 o'clock at night or something, didn't he?
Oh, hang on. All right, two things, right. Undone Barry, right.
Pick them out.
Two things. One of them is a gripe, right? Let's see if England can beat Sweden. So assume that you guys are playing Sweden in the final.
Semi.
No, semi.
Semis.
Oh, only a semi. All right. Okay. So I've only got a half stiffy.
Only a semi because it's not that exciting.
All right, but the other thing is, I'm sorry, but it just drives me up the wall. When I lived in Munich and they had an American football team called the Munich Cowboys. There's never been a cowboy in Munich, right? And England have 3 lines on their shirt. The only lines you've ever had in England have been in the zoo, mate. Like, it's daft. It's irrelevant. Like, seriously, 3 lines on the shirt. Seriously, mate. You've never had a wild lion in your country, man. Like,
Unless
You're
you
making
go
it sound like islands full of cowboys and wild lions.
dude, we got shamrocks, mate. We got shamrocks, mate. 4-leaf clovers, man. Look at our crest. 3 lions, mate. Do you know where it comes from? It comes from that myth about Richard the Lionheart. A load of.
Which is funny because we do actually have wild cats in the UK, up in Scotland. But then that's
we don't have lions, Ben.
You don't know. They might have evolved from something.
Ben, I do know. I do know. There's no lions in UK apart from the ones that are in the zoo.
I believe we
Right,
actually.
sorry, guys. Whilst the conversation's going on, I've just got to drop off. I've got to do something about my new job.
Yeah.
So, everyone, I will speak to you all later. Love you all.
Good luck.
All right, cheers,
I'll
thanks.
talk to you later, buddy.
Peace out.
Well,
Brian.
let me
Pleasure,
know when you're
brother.
free.
Speak to you later,
Talk
Ben.
later.
See you later.
See you later, guys.
All right, bye, buddy.
I think the thing about 3 lions, lions in this country, I can't remember which way round it is. It's either we brought back leopards and they were called lions by mistake, or we brought lions back from the Crusades and we called them leopards.
Yeah. It went back to your crusading times, yeah. Where everybody was promised a free ride to heaven. Sorry, Ben.
There were some teething problems with the Crusades, that's for sure.
We are actually going to end the stream here because it's now gone well past our time. But before we go, we're going to... Bobby, where can we find you as always? I know Nightbot has already promoted you on the stream.
Nightbot's promoted me, Ben. You already do. 3 Spurs boys. We're good to go. Just make sure you keep clicking the likes and subs to this beautiful guy right here because he makes the world better and he makes the world go round with coffee. So click the like.
Oh, thank you so much, mate. Thank you.
Yeah.
You didn't need to call me beautiful. Yeah.
So, Aaron, where can we find you, sir?
No. Let Bobby finish, mate. I was just being cheap.
No, I'm good. That's it, man. I'm good to go, Aaron. Go for it, buddy.
Dude, well, apparently I'm part of, I don't know what me and Jacob would call it. We're part of Tommy's show now, the Hotspur Hood.
Hotspur Hood.
Yeah, and apparently I've just been allocated there without anybody asking me to be there. But yeah, look, dude, mate, I'm Kuva, mate. I'm like Kuva. Yeah, I'll just pop up anywhere when I want to. Like,
just
like
when you're told. Yeah,
you're always welcome.
Yeah, like an erection in the wind, Kuva. You know.
Cheers, mate. I've always seen myself that way.
And Mr. Kuva, who are you going to big up this week? Who are you going to big up?
Got to give a big shout out to Tottenham away because last night it was the return of Stell
Campbell.
He was honouring his bet on stream,
but then he changed during the stream.
Yeah, wearing an Arsenal shirt for over 3 hours, and it was hardly noticeable. I don't think many people mentioned it at all.
Not one.
No, I think he got away with it though somehow. No, if you haven't seen that, it's worth a watch. It is very funny.
Come on, Stell Campbell. You gotta go with it, mate. You gotta rub that in. It's so close to Sol Campbell, man.
And also bringing up the question of if he's wearing an Arsenal shirt, does that count as cross-dressing?
Yeah. And also, Keith, we're hosting In the Wall this Saturday night. So if you want to,
aren't we? We are.
No, not you two, mate. That's going to be worse than Bob.
No, can't be worse than Bob.
Yeah.
I hope you get Resinald involved.
Yeah, we're gonna have a laugh. We're gonna have a laugh this weekend. But as usual,
coffee stream.
You know, it's the hardest show. I'm moderating about 5 different channels, and that one's the hardest one to moderate on because you don't know if what's acceptable and what's not.
Yep.
Because everything seems to be
the easiest one to be a mod on because there's no.
No, but But mate, I try my best to be politically correct, and then
I think there's
apart from when Will's on, I'll slag the hell out of Will, mate. I mean, if Will's on, I'll be giving him the Melania Trump digs, you know. But dude.
Big up everyone for joining. It's been a great show so far. We had a great chat. There's some brilliant people.
Thanks for having me on, buddy.
Tomorrow you can find us on 2 o'clock as always, where I don't know what we're going to do tomorrow. That's part of the beauty of this show. You never know what we're talking about. But thank you to all my guests, from Bobby to Kuva to Aaron to Brian, for joining. It's been an absolutely brilliant show. Always welcome you lot. Thank you to everyone in the chat for joining.
Need to have a dad's DIY off.
Yeah. We got
that's before the mums spud off. we got to get the mums spuds off first, and then the
that's a really good. That's a good idea, Kuva. I think there's quite a few things a lot of us can work on.
But Ben, it was lovely. It's my first time on your show. I know me and you've interacted
there's
before.
a few things that are.
Yeah. Always welcome here, Aaron. To a wealth of knowledge. Always a great chat with you. So, big up, everyone. Thank you all so much for joining the chat. Thank you all so much for joining in the chat. And as always, if you smell what the cough is brewing, big up the NHS. Big up, everyone. Cheers, everyone.
Everybody.
Big up. Big up.